lot of people in Kentucky. I know a lot of people in Atlanta. I know a lot of people in, all over the place. And it's horrible.
All right. I think we're going on YouTube.
All right.
Hey, correct me if I'm wrong, Jake. Are we recording on Audacity like we normally? I can't remember if we do that for this. Okay,
that's only for the podcast.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, all right. It looks like we got some people here, and
I'm going to share my screen.
Some award winners for sure.
Yeah, these were really good. Matter of fact, me and Jake started looking through these, but I thought they were the entries for the regular critique arena, and I was like, wow, everyone is just amazing this month. It was like winner after winner. It's like, oh, this is our winner crew, which is cool. There were some good ones in the other one too, but it's hit and miss, but these were all hits.
Yeah. So before we get started, real quick, are we recording? Or is it just being?
No, we are not recording yet.
So okay, let me record it.
Thank you for asking that. Oh my gosh.
All right, welcome to Critique Arena All Stars 2021. Before we get into this, just a couple announcements. Number one, we will not be doing Critique Arena prompt for December. So we're taking 1 month off. That's because we've been getting, we released a survey to ask you guys questions about Critique Arena. What do you like about it? What do you not like about it? Because we want to grow and have this thing evolve and improve it. And so we're going to just take a month off to kind of assess where we're at with it and what we need to do to make it better. So if you wanted to participate in that survey and you didn't get a chance yet, we will have a link to that in the chat. Second thing, item of business, if you listen to 3 Point Perspective, the podcast, our 100th episode is coming up in January. We're going to be recording it live. It's going to be a live recording episode, and we're giving away some prizes for our listeners. So what were the prizes? Do you guys have those?
Well, a new Tesla was one of them.
Yeah.
But we decided not to go with that. I can't remember.
Only podcasters can win that. So it's between us three.
Where's that list that we had? Okay, here it is. It's going to be streamed live on the 13th of January at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So it'll be noon Pacific. Here's what our giveaway: a book package. So you're going to get a book from one of our books from each of us. I think what they are, it's going to be Lee White's like art collection. What's that called? What's your art collection called? Illuminations. It's going to be Will's What They Didn't Teach You in Art School. And it's going to be my latest art collection book, Drawings 5. Okay. You're going to, and this is going to be 3 winners. So these 3 winners, they're going to get the book thing. They're going to get a 30-minute portfolio critique from us. They're going to get a t-shirt, a podcast SVS t-shirt, a 3 Point Perspective t-shirt. And I can't believe we're doing this, but we're also giving away a lifetime subscription to the our SVS subscription. We're going to give a lifetime one away to three individuals.
I didn't agree to any of this. This is new to me. I don't know what they're talking about.
So there we go. So all you have to do to win those things is show up live at the
how are we picking? Just random lottery?
We'll figure that out later. Don't you worry.
We better figure that out, because if somebody wins and it looks suspect, then we're gonna get some heat.
That's for sure.
Chris
All right, All Stars. These are everybody who is participating. These top 16 are all people who have won Critique Arena this last year. And so these are our winners. These are all highly professional, like illustrators.
Top guns, right?
Top
here.
guns.
Top of the field.
They're cold stone killers, right? Is that how, no? It's stone cold killers. Cold stone killer is person who eats ice cream. All right.
And on that note.
Okay. Let me just copy and paste that into the chat so people can read. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna copy the text and send it.
It's already in there. I mean, Laura put it in there.
Oh, okay. That was good. Everybody good. Okay, should we get down to it? Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Let's do this thing.
All right. The prompt is star. And so the first matchup is Liz Orton and Rue Wellman.
These are so fun.
Notice how well I spelled these names this time.
These are so good.
Okay. So in typical fashion, we will just tell each of us will tell one thing we like about these, and then we'll let you guys vote. Okay. So number one, this A by Liz, this illustration, it's a cross section. It's opened up and you can see the inside, and there's just so much going on. I love that kind of stuff. So you had me at cross section on this one. Bonus points for being in space. So like this one was designed
everything
to, like,
for you, Jake.
Yeah,
the
this
line
was
work.
The Twinkie-o-meter.
And then not only that, then cute little animals all through it.
Well,
So,
the hamsters,
yeah,
running it with the little hamster wheels.
all right. What about this one? What do you guys think?
This one is super cool. This one proves the point that there's no nevers and there's no always. Most of you've heard us before saying, don't use too much black, don't go too dark. But this one has kind of a, dare I say, nouveau kind of feel, and it just feels like it's supposed to be this kind of limited palette, dark kind of tone, and with these little sparkly bits of magic. So you can always break the rules, and if you do it well, it pays off.
Mm-hmm. I really like the storytelling in this one. I'm a sucker for the story that you, the viewer, can see, but some of the characters in the story don't know that it's happening. What's actually going on? Yeah, it's fun.
Very good. All right, let's launch this poll and see what we got. See what we got. So do we know what the winners of Critique Arena All Stars, what they're getting? Do you remember what that is?
Bunch of money?
I think it's a bunch of money. 2 Teslas. All right. I'm going to end it. We've got 93% participation in this. I'm going to end this poll and share these results.
So torn on this one. I knew it was going to be close. Wow.
So close.
Oh my goodness.
It was one vote. One vote made the difference.
2 pieces of art.
2 votes. 2 votes.
Yeah.
2 votes.
27, 29. Ruth, you made a great piece. I don't know that I would change anything. We normally do a crit and like how, maybe how could it have advanced? I think it was just, 2 people's preference.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do one thing really quick on this that I think might help it. And that is, I'm just gonna go here. And I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna go like this. Oops, let's not set it to dissolve.
Snow filter.
Just gonna go like that and just drop that down just a little bit, just to give it like a little bit of atmosphere. And what that does is it gives it like this dusty.
Yeah.
Well, it separates the layers and puts the
on and off,
characters
will you?
in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's a little washy in terms of doing the white,
Yeah.
but
You
yeah,
might
I agree
even-
with what
Yeah,
he's
you
doing.
might even, I mean, this is super quick, but you might even go in here and just give her a little bit better silhouette, so we can see this character,
Yeah.
something like that. So
Yeah,
I'll
it's just the little stuff right at the end.
yeah.
Yep.
All right, Liz, you move forward. Bring you down.
Yeah, that puts the characters on that mid plane and keeps our main character in the foreground. That's good. We did move the winners from last week into this grouping as well, so they got the quick pass.
Yep.
Nice.
So Josh was the winner for the very last Critique Arena this year. Okay, so here we've got Josh versus Chris. Thing I like about Josh's is he's got again, storytelling is there, and that's really something across the board with all these. That's what separates like a Critique Arena loser from a Critique Arena winner, I think, is storytelling at the foremost. And there's just all these little elements here that are like playing into this very clean storytelling. You got a good silhouette. You've got all the little pieces there. So there's a lot to look at. And it's a nice vignette. Like, it's not muddy or anything. It's very clean. So I don't know. It's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Solid. Chris's is great. This is one of the most unique approaches. I mean, never saw this coming. Playing with the idea of shooting star and then running with that. That is a great storytelling technique, and it separates it from the field. So immediately interesting right when you're looking at it. Just so cool. And then the application of the art is really good too.
Yeah.
Super fun, both of them.
Yeah. Again, it's all stars. It's called all stars for a reason.
Called All Stars for a reason. Okay, let's
Nice rim lighting on that one.
Yeah, let's relaunch this.
And knocking the mid ground back a little bit, just like Jake just did on the other one on Ruth. Which one will advance? I'm gonna try to guess these and see how I do.
Well, your guessing could sway votes.
I'm not gonna put my guess up before.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say,
sorry.
are you writing it down on a piece of paper?
You gave it away with your look, though, Lee.
Oh, you can't tell
Look
what I'm
on your
looking at. I
face.
got my glasses.
Okay, I just need a couple more votes. I like to only do it after 90%. We're at 89% voted. So put your sandwich down. Okay, we got him. We got.
I'm gonna say, hold on, before you say it, can I go ahead and say which one I think's gonna win?
Yeah.
Should we all guess?
Polls, so nobody can vote now.
Okay, the polls ended. I'm thinking B is gonna win. And the only reason is because it's such a unique application. See, I'm wrong. I'm stupid. Oh, well, Chris, I would have picked yours. But Josh's is amazing too. We loved it last week and love it this week too. It's great.
Yeah, that's fun. I'm looking at like what I would do to make it better. And man,
it's so good. I mean, I don't think we're going to have too many, easy crits that we normally do. Like, if you just change your composition.
I mean, it's a clever idea. Sometimes it's going to come down to just what appeals to you more,
I think that's what this whole poll is going to be here. And by the way, this gives you a truly accurate representation of what lands on an art director's desk. When you got 50 pros sending postcards or sending mailers or emailers or whatever, they're trying to pick a book. An illustrator for a book. And now they're looking at all equal quality. And then so they're just like, okay, I'll pick this one over this one.
Yeah. I kind of want to see in here just like a little bit of like.
Jake's going for some gradients today.
Yeah, just a little bit of lighterness there. Just to lighten that up a little bit. It's almost too dark.
Hey, Chris, I think you should go ahead and do 2 more images with this series and see what you get if it starts to lend itself to a story. It'd be fun to read.
Lee, do you concur with that change that Jake just made?
No.
I don't either. But
you're starting to mix the midground.
What's interesting about that is, number one, that Jake isn't always right. So that's interesting.
Hold on, I'm not done yet, but keep talking.
Jake is mostly
moving the
wrong.
goalpost now. But
Yeah,
But-
he knows he's got to work.
but that it's subjective even amongst teachers,
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
just
So don't. Oh, he's gonna lighten that up. He's gonna throw a gradient in there. It's gonna be gradient day.
he's gonna
Gradient
go
day.
until we concur is what he's gonna do.
No,
So I think just a combination of
too
lightning
hot.
it up a little bit.
I do like that
I
a little
like
bit better,
that
but
better.
yeah,
I like that better.
nice save.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. All right, we've got Norman versus Mag. Okay.
Wow.
All right. I'll let you guys go first this time. I went first last time, both times.
I
go
was
ahead.
let me talk about Norman's first. I love fantastical elements in an illustration, and just it's so interesting to see the size of that guy, lighting and you know exactly what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, I mean, if you explain some ideas to some people, they're going to sound dumb. You know what I mean? Until you see it, like you could give this to some illustrators and they would do it in a way that doesn't work. This one works. It's just fun and fantastical.
Yeah, really nice to have him not actually having placed it yet. It's sort
Yeah.
of the Leonardo da Vinci kind of
Yeah.
Sistine Chapel moment where it's like right before something happens. That's a very, very powerful moment to illustrate.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And here we have Mags. So if this character doesn't look familiar, this is Albert, her Albert character from several.
Oh, sorry. That was Michelangelo. Sorry. Thank you, Laura.
So it's cool to see this character come back. Cool to see this character have a friend. And really what's fun about this is you've got these great expressions. I love this like little story that's happening here. You've got this like word overlay that's going on here. And so it's just kind of like a fun illustration. I could see this easily being a page out of a children's book.
It needs to be a children's book, especially with the type doing this fun interaction with the characters. Man, that really
Super
helps it.
fun.
It's a good example of when type goes well with an image. It can it can be stronger than just either of the type or the illustration by itself.
I really love the unconventional thought bubble. The texture brush there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those are fun elements.
Very good.
All right, let's relaunch this poll. We apparently there's an email snafu, like one of the links wasn't right, so people are filtering in
Oh,
a little late. So apologies for that.
Did you do that, Lee? Was that your doing?
Don't look this way.
Hold on. I'm gonna it's my kid calling me, and I'm the only parent home, so
Oh,
I'm just gonna mute myself. I'm gonna end the poll and then mute myself
okay.
and share the results.
Oh, okay. Wow.
All right, Norman advances.
That's a tough one. I mean, they're so different, and yet, yeah, you got to have a winner.
Yep.
I love
how would you change Mags?
No. I don't think I would.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, I would, again, like I said on the last one, maybe make a few images around this and see if it lends itself to a story. Norman seems like a one-off, like a print or something like that. And then Mags seems like something that's part of a bigger story.
Yeah.
And so you might want to lean into that and see if a couple more images work. And here's my advice here is I think all the ingredients are there for this to be a great children's book image from Mag, but I don't think if it was part of a children's book that this image is the big sell image. And like, I would just wonder if, could they go bigger?
There are elements in the background, I would say, that while they're not detracting from the story, as far as having that, what would you call it, the marquee illustrations in a book, the ones that you would pull out. And usually
Right.
in every book, I would say there should be like 2 to 5 marquee images that are just frameable. They're iconic. They're the ones you would show if you were asked to display some artwork from the book. And I feel like your background isn't really helping much. Yeah, that's nicer. And what I mean by that is they're not really integrated in with the background. The background's kind of there, but it's not making the most interesting thing are the characters. And I think to have a piece that's going to win this, it's going to be the background working with the characters where everything is so beautiful.
Well, that's why I wonder if they were doing something that, like Norman's is a characters, but they're working within their environment, and these characters are sort of separate from their environment, like you're saying. I wonder if they were doing something different where they were more involved in the scene, if there would have been a better moment to illustrate.
Personally too, I like putting like word bubbles up high, and what that does is it gets you used to having you're already used to having like words up here. It gets that going up there so that you can come down here and have an environment. And if I just go in here and do
better.
that, I think it already starts to make it like a little bit more readable.
It's almost like the word bubble sort of blocking them a little bit, and now their path is open.
Whoops.
Well, gradient alert.
Whoops. Let me just fill this in here so you can see. So like there now, it just feels more like an illustration.
Yeah.
Yeah, agree.
Okay. So my kid called me, and I'm like, it must be an emergency because he never calls me, right? And he sold something on eBay, and he's like, I need you to meet with a guy in a parking lot at 3:30, Dad. Can you do that? I'm like you sold it. It's you're the one making the money off of it. You meet him in the parking lot. All right.
Do you have a good trench coat, Jake?
Yeah. All right. The next setup here is Melissa versus Aurelia. And what's cool about this one, what I really like about this is the color palette. Immediately you're working with two colors that traditionally like go so well together, purple and yellow. And so the contrast there just gives it this nice just a nice feeling to it for me. I like the storytelling that's going on, the character expressions, and the rendering as well.
The dog is hilarious. I love that dog.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Super fun.
All right. What do you guys think of Aurelia's?
There's another great fantasy kind of image. I use swans a lot in my work, and so this just hits kind of work that I like anyway. Just these magical scenes that are happening, and then a swan is in there too. So it's got my vote just for that.
Are you allowed to vote, Lee?
It's just an expression, not a real vote.
Also, I was thinking I'm going to launch this thing. Can we launch the poll?
My favorite thing about
Hold on, we got to keep talking about hers for a second.
Okay.
Aurelia's is the contrast. Really, really good use of different tones and how they all work together. And I would say the same on Melissa's. Those, like you said, the color scheme is working really, really well together.
Yeah. So let's
warm and cool. Warm and cool works every time.
Also, I wouldn't take parenting advice from me. I just told my kid that he needs to meet the stranger in the parking lot.
I don't feel like I can give my son advice anymore anyway. Now that I've been on my own for a month out here getting the house ready for Colorado. This morning, I told my wife this today. I was making breakfast and I lost my toast and I never found it. I've got 2 pieces of toast in my house somewhere.
You're the only one home.
I'm the
Oh,
only one
man.
here. And so I was looking all over for this toast. I've remade my toast, but now I know there's 2 pieces of bread somewhere that I'm sure Lisa's going to find it when
In
she
the
they get out
refrigerator.
here. I don't know where it is. I want my toast.
I need 5 more people to vote before I end this. Come on, guys.
Like in Highlander. What is
There
that?
we go.
Was there lost toast in Highlander?
All right. Results.
All right.
Nice, 62%.
You don't remember that key plot element in Highlander where he's like searching the countryside for his toast?
Mm.
I don't know what Highlander is. Is that a movie?
I'm just kidding. I
Lee,
Hey,
don't say that. Don't joke like that.
just saying.
Okay.
I'm not joking.
You don't to keep that to yourself. So Melissa's one of the things that's hard to do is it's hard to make an illustration interesting when you're showing a hint of like the ground and a wall, but no other wall and just that little bit of ground. I feel like it's almost better to just make it a vignette or a spot illustration, or else have a background. But
this is like neither.
It's tough to be in between.
Yeah, like let's say you got this space. I would say you have the kid like, dancing, yay, I got this. And then you just group the 3 animals like right here in the background, and you don't need anything else. You can even have your star right there.
Yeah.
And so it's easily 2 things. Let me just make this character a little better. It's easily 2 things. You don't have to do anything more. Or you do what Will is saying, you like make it very much an environment. Like you got your animals, you got the star, then you have your kid over here doing their thing.
Yeah, I think Melissa's takes a little too much figuring out from the viewer. The other one's just an easy sell. It'll be interesting to see A versus B in this one, because we got super similar sort of feels and color palettes and everything. So I'm wondering where that goes.
Yeah.
All right.
Is this curated, Jake, or is this random?
This is curated. I put the 2 massive yellow stars that fell from the sky, and kids and kids spotted them against each other. So we've got Braden. Braden is like a Critique Arena champ. He's one of our like lead winners. So he's no slouch. And what's great is it's such a interesting composition. I wouldn't have thought to do it this way, where it's essentially divided in half, top and bottom. I usually divide things left and right, but we've got storytelling happening in the background and storytelling happening in the foreground. So it's like it's kind of this is a person who understands composition and knows how to apply it. So that's cool. On top of that, you've got the cool storytelling. This kid retrieved a falling star, and then I just love all the little details, like it's melting the wagon. He's got his mittens in there with what he picked it up with.
Mm-hmm.
There's all these other little stars landing. It's cool.
It's a good illustration. I mean, there's so much,
really is.
so pro, like all that color palette bouncing off the rocks down there and going to, instead of using the exact yellow, moving them to a little bit more of a warm tone, which is what happens. Like when you have a light source that's bright yellow, as it gets away from the light source, it's going to warm up. It's not going to stay that same yellow, but a lot of people just take the yellow and spray it around, So there's just these subtle details, and then look at the grass rendering there, just super solid.
And the
Yeah.
rock behind the kid is not an accident. The light, so that the
Yeah.
kid can silhouette against it. Those are things that a lot of beginning art students or illustration students, they don't realize how planned out that is. So
Then we got Ayla's here. And one thing I like about it is the texture, like this, it's almost abstract. When you first look at it, it's almost like this abstract piece, but it comes together. And the lighting here is you've got the blues and the purples against this very yellowish, like golden yellow, but then all the lighting in there, like these nice pinks and a little bit of like just a little faint orangey. And I think that just kind of looks cool.
Yeah, what great storytelling
It's
too.
so
That
funny,
like they're talking about is like it holds up really well just as an initial read. And then you get in there and you're like, wait, that's not the shape of the stars silhouette in the snow. And then you see the hat, and it just takes a little bit of processing. And I really appreciate that kind of second or third. Maybe somebody sees this image a couple times and then gets the payoff, and then it becomes even better. So just I love that kind of storytelling.
Yeah, poor Santa.
All right, let's run it. I got no idea who's going to take this one. These are so good. Got some good people here. Need to start hiring these people as teachers.
For real.
Seriously.
For real.
really good color on both of them.
Yeah. Okay. I think I just need one more person to vote and we're good. 91%, 92%. Let's see. Share results.
Oh, I did not think it was going to go that far skewed.
So Braden moves up. Congratulations, Braden. For me, for this one, I think it would be. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't get the joke until Lee brought it up. I wasn't getting that was.
I
Santa
did, but I was
silhouette.
thinking it would be neat to see presents akimbo.
Yeah, I didn't even recognize that was a bag back there.
They are.
Oh, I didn't see that either.
Yeah, but it's not played up enough. I think the carnage would be better if it was more.
If you had like a mitten or something, a couple of things, maybe one boot has fallen off and is visible, might lend itself to that joke.
Like you got his hat right there.
That's what I mean. Yeah, scattered presents overlapping the star, even like
mittens. Yeah.
What if there were?
Yeah.
Yeah,
play it up.
And then you just have like
the star.
Santa glitter or something. Like.
What about a big bag right in front of the star, overlapping that star?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe the bag's right here, because I did not know what that was back there. Yeah. Just the thing with any sort of illustrative storytelling is keep it simple, silly.
Silly.
All right. Next one, Carly Ann versus Arlene.
Well, two very different styles on this one.
Two very different styles, that's for sure. I didn't know who to put these two up against, so I put them up against each other. So Carly Ann, she's got this. What's it called? When a triptych is only two things instead of three things.
Diptych.
A what? A dipstick?
Diptych. Diptych.
A diptych. Which at first I thought, hey, no fair, you can't turn in two illustrations, but then it really is one illustration. All these sort of lines are working with each other, and it's mirrored, and so it's just really cool. What we're seeing here is the person on the moon and the person on the earth like sharing their stars with each other. And the style is so great, the texture, the composition. It's really, I could see her doing a card deck like you're doing, Lee, and actually selling more than you, and
That's
just
not gonna
being way
happen.
more successful.
Doesn't know. It probably would. Mine's too quirky and weird. This is more accessible. It's beautiful. I'd love to see this as an animated short.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. This, I could totally see her being hired by an animation studio to just like we need a feeling, a vibe, do some illustrations for that.
Mhm.
All right. Arlene here. She's got this is very unique in that if you look at all of the submissions, this one is the most like the least amount of color going on there.
Mm.
But I don't look at it and think it's colorless, right?
Mhm.
It's very like, it's a very subdued palette. You've got some interesting commentary happening here. I think about life, and are these children with their grandparents, and are the children's like the escorts to the heavens for I don't know if I'm reading too much into this. I just had lunch with my dad yesterday and he's super old, and so I don't
No,
know.
but it's definitely going that route. I mean, but again, it opens itself up to a great story. I kind of want to know a little bit more, like why are they going the opposite direction of where the other animals are going? Is there a reason for that?
Yeah. I will say though, I love the colors and how we got these little pops of red, but they're not like bright red. It's just a very subdued red. So it's cool. All right, let's launch this poll.
This will be interesting. Those really muted colors. Sometimes I make an image and it'll be muted like that, and at the end I get scared and pump up the color a little bit more. And then I see somebody else do one, and I'm like, man, that's like such a cool choice to keep it that, because there is a lot of color there. It's just within this certain family. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Takes guts.
She's in the she says in the chat they're going to a better world for the elephant one.
Kitty cat. Ah.
What just happened? What'd your cat just do?
I had this whole wall behind me of that had this big sheet on it because or a
your sound
comforter
room?
because it's and my cat just dove on it and now the whole thing just fell over.
Okay, I'm going to share the results here. And Carly Ann takes it.
I was worried about that. I like the subtle ones, but I think when you put against something with a lot of bling like this one has, like Carly Ann's, I think it's tough. I think people naturally pick quicker, but I think the subtle colors are more interesting for longer than bright colors. That's just my own personal take on that. I'd love to hear what you guys think.
For me, it's story. I think whenever there's ambiguity, for me, there's ambiguity in the story. And when there is, they tend to not do as well. So I want to know more. I think it asks more questions than it answers.
I want to see, like, I can agree with those things. I do like, I did like the color and the story that was happening here better. This still is really good. I just think character design wise, you're going to want to, I think make this silhouette read a little bit better by having, that trunk come out there like that. And I think that just I'll do something like that. Maybe.
Do you guys think that it's that the baby elephant's a little too close to Babar?
The bar?
I mean, it looks Babar, the character.
That's before Jake's time.
Babar or Babar?
Babar? How do you say it?
I don't know.
I've never thought about how to say it. But it looks very close to it. And so it's tough because immediately when I saw it, that character went into my head just for a second.
Oh, maybe it is. Yeah.
Just be careful there.
Yeah. Maybe you want to go, like, you don't want to be confused with being like a Babar, knockoff. So you might want to go in there and just do something like, bigger eyes or something like that. Just some little
change. Yeah.
Anime eyes always works.
Oh my gosh, stop.
Just All right. Merrick versus Beverly. Merrick also a big time winner, multiple winner. Beverly's been around the block too in Critique Arena. So this will be interesting. I look at Merrick's and I could totally see in this being like the cover of a New Yorker magazine.
It does look like that.
It's subtle, and the storytelling is so great.
So it really is. And what's cool too is you got this triangle composition,
yeah.
It could have, you could have had the two guys there, and then you'd had this dead space over here.
It's very unconventional
at all.
It's unconventional in a good way.
Yeah, it's reserved, it's controlled, and it's only the stuff, everything in there sort of helps it, in my opinion, without anything hurting it. It's really nice.
One thing that I would say most people would mess up on doing something like this, when you're dealing with, it's funny because I'm doing a class on interiors right now for SVS, and one of the things that beginners tend to do more than anything else is if they've got a symmetrical space, they tend to line it up and make it really symmetrical with the image edge. And you can see that the middle of that middle row is the middle, and yet he's got it offset so that it's a really pleasing organic kind of cropping.
And having that guy on the left looking back towards the character, because normally I would say that character is way too close to the edge, but it's so unconventional to put him there, and then have him glancing back saves it from him being too close to the edge. It's nice.
Yeah.
I will add this little story if you guys want to look up something interesting. This exact thing happened, not exactly what's saying here, but there was an opera that took place a couple of days ago, I guess. I just read this in the news, and the singer on stage was singing a part that was made for two people, but there was no other person. There wasn't the male vocalist. It was just the female opera singer. So she gets the part where it's supposed to be accompanied by a male, but there's nobody on stage. And somebody from the audience has studied opera and stands up and sings the other part.
Oh, really?
Whoa.
And they got it on video, and it is awesome.
And it wasn't staged.
Cool.
It wasn't staged.
The guy was super embarrassed. He's like, "Oh my God, I probably shouldn't have done that." It was no, it wasn't her student. I didn't read that. Somebody in the chat said it was her student. He was from I thought he was from a different country than she was, and she didn't know. There must be more to the story if that's part of it. But
Hadley.
No. It was not. It was not planned. It was absolutely not planned. So
did you
look
ever
it up.
see? Well, we could go on and on. So let's talk about Beverly's. I was going to tell another story, but
other opera stories.
Okay, Beverly's. This is like telling a really cool story as well. We've got some sort of alien jungle. We've got an explorer with a space helmet on, not a spacesuit though, but this helmet tells me we're not on Earth. And then there's some sort of like star crashing maybe, or explosion in the bottom here. Anyways, I look at this and I think I want to see the rest, like what happened before, what happened after. So it's a very good like middle of the story type of image. Okay. Do you guys have anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I'm just looking closer at the palette. I love that pink. It's an unconventional choice for the background, but it works really well. It's kind of quirky.
And fun gesture and emotion. All right.
Yep.
All right, let's launch this. Where's my poll? Where'd my poll go? There it is. Which one will advance?
It's cool. You know,
Okay,
if you guys
so-
are inventing alien worlds, and I think Beverly's got a little pro move there. Is like you don't have to come up with a lot of like stuff people haven't seen before. All you do is take stuff that people have seen and then slightly change it, like some of those plants and stuff, just making different marks. Too many students try to reinvent an entire world with a whole new shape language and nobody can recognize what's going on. But you don't have to work that hard.
That's cool. All right, let's end this poll and share these results. And Merrick moves
All right.
ahead. All right, there we go. Anything anything to make this?
For me, it's I sound like a broken record, but it's story. So I think that you know, you don't want to ask more questions than you're answering. You want to guide your viewers so they know exactly what's going on. And whereas if this is an illustration for a story and it's, you know, you have to read the text along with it, you won't always have an illustration where you just look at the illustration and you know exactly what's going on. But for Critique Arena, I think that is the goal, is tell a complete story visually. And this one doesn't for me.
I'm gonna disagree. I think the story's fine. I think it's composition. So I want this character to just have a little bit more silhouette going on here, like this.
Do you think it's a little too crowded?
A little too crowded there. You know, zoom out, all of a sudden you're getting a little bit better, and then maybe this thing is happening over here instead of right there.
Yeah.
You know, and you could do a little like stuff like that.
Well, you could do just a hair darker version of that pink, and then you could draw all you want to with those trees back there. It's just not gonna be that high a contrast.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, you could have like
There you
stuff
go.
going on like that. But you know, if I turn that off and on, you can just automatically like it just reads so much better.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, now we've got Miranda versus Kim. And I put the cartoony kids together for this one.
Oh, that's a good mix.
Yeah. All right. So Miranda, I love the again the storytelling going on here, but really I just like the set dressing that's happening here. It's so easy to like phone in the background, and all of these little posters on the walls, the stuffed animals, you know, the stars on the ceiling, that just makes it feel like, oh, this is an actual kid's room where a kid lives, sleeps, you know, plays. And I wouldn't sleep on doing that kind of stuff when you're designing a kid's room.
It's very natural. This is the one that won last week, the regular critique arena. So this is Miranda was one of the winners there. It's so funny to see these next to each other because the characters almost look like the character was already pre-made and it was sort of a draw this in your own style, like the character with the pigtails on top.
Yeah. What do you like about Kim's?
Kim's is fantastic. Really appealing character design. It's hard, I think, to make kids that look interesting and unique, and I think she's done a great job of that.
This gag goes directly what you were talking about last critique arena when you're like, none of the constellations actually look like the thing it's supposed to be.
Right.
That's so great. I forgot I said that. Yeah. It's like
And
two
so
stars.
here you have this
and
guy's like, is that a centaur? Does that look like a centaur to you?
What's funny is when you get out there with someone who knows the constellations and they're like, oh, I see it perfectly. Yeah, I can't believe you don't see it.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Impossible.
let's launch this poll.
Jake, you're
see what
popular
people think.
today.
What'd you say?
Was that your phone again?
No, that was someone else's phone.
That was me. Sorry.
Oh. Does your son, did he sell something on eBay as well?
He better not have. He's only 11 years old. He better not be selling stuff on eBay. He sold my bike.
Here we go. I'm going to end this poll and share the results. And Miranda moves to the next round.
All right.
Okay.
All
So here's what we're doing. Now we're gonna do the next ones. And just a reminder.
Wait. We need to talk about.
Yeah. Sorry, I was getting ahead of myself. I'm so
Hold your
excited.
horses there. I'm going to talk about Kim's for a second. I think as an individual illustration, this works pretty good. It's one that takes a little while to figure out, and it doesn't have the benefit when paired against Miranda's. She has that real nice wash of color, and there's just some certain things that people gravitate towards immediately, and those washes of color are going to be one of those things. This kind of doesn't have a palette to speak of per se. When put against Miranda's. And so I think that's why it lost.
Yep.
What do you guys think?
I don't know why these ones are so faded and you wouldn't just have them be like as bright as that one. You know?
Mm-hmm. Just has a lot going on.
There's a lot. It's busy, and it's not busy. There's a lot to look at, and
yeah.
It's funny though. The
nitpick.
gag lasts for a while. I mean, it's really funny when you figure out what's going on, but it does take a little work.
Can I nitpick one thing?
Yeah.
Just put the thumb like on the outside, because it's just a little thing, but it just makes it feel more natural, you know?
Yeah, I thought you meant on the outside of the silhouette, but no, that's a big improvement there.
We should
or you could even do like something like that if you really want a clean silhouette, you know? Like have the thumb sticking out there. All right. Good job though, Kim. And good job to everybody who
man, these are super
didn't
solid.
make
It's
it past the
sucks
first
that
round.
we gotta leave some back, man. These are so good.
All right, this is the voting round.
Boom, speed round.
Speed round. And we do need to pick 3 winners. We have a first, second, and third. So just a reminder, it's going to come down to that.
Why is that?
Because we have 3 prizes.
Oh, okay. Good enough.
First prize wins $300. Second prize wins $200, and third prize wins $100.
All right, there we go.
Don't spend
I love these second. I love these second tiers because it just is the really unconventional pairings.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
All right. Do you want me to make you guys remove you from panelists so you can vote?
No.
No.
I don't want that kind of responsibility.
Yeah, that's an insulator for us. We can't get in trouble.
Right. Okay. I'm just going to do these for 30 seconds. So if you want to vote, get in there, and then I'm going to end them.
Got about 82 people here. So let's see how many people are voting.
All right. Liz.
Oh, not bad.
Liz,
Liz, nice. Josh, you had a good run with that image though. Great.
Really good run.
Image.
You know what I would do differently, and this is not a right or wrong thing, but I would make it a little kid and go for the cute factor, you know? The little kid
instead
elf.
of like Hunchback Notre Dame type character.
I mean, I didn't read Elf right away. It took a second, you know, and I think, I don't know. I just wonder if that also maybe even, I wonder if making him in the act of building would be better. I don't know, you know, where you have the completed ones.
I don't know. He won Critique Arena with it and then got to the second tier.
It's really good. It's really good.
I'd like to see that version, what you're talking about, next to this one, and then have a vote on it. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Have people do 2 versions of the same image and see what.
I think for me too, I prefer also like now we're getting down to just like subjective stuff, but I like a little bit harder edged backgrounds, you know, that kind of like imply a shadow, something like that, and not having it like too smoky, because that almost looks like he's in a fire.
Yeah.
True.
Okay, let's do the next one.
But you got to move that one up though. All right, finalist. This will be interesting. Like I said, I'm curious about this one. Similar palette, similar style, almost. This will just come down to concept, I guess.
Yeah.
Because the drawings are quality is good, concept is good, palette is good.
These are the 2 Lee White entries, and the last 2 were the Jake Parker entries.
That's true. That's funny.
All right.
Next is gonna be the
5 more
Terry.
seconds. Get in there. Vote if you want to vote. And in the poll now.
Interesting.
Oh, Norman pulled it off. Nice one.
Yeah.
My contention for this, the reason that he won is that the story is more unique. Is we haven't seen that before.
Yeah. It gives me a BFG kind of vibe, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's cool. I would like to
What's
see
that? What's a BFG vibe?
the
don't
big friendly
say
giant.
don't say any
Oh.
critiques on Norman's yet because he's got to go. He's still in it,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
right?
yeah.
He's
Never
Yeah.
mind. Whew.
gotcha. I don't know that she could change this to make it any better.
For me, it'd be, why do they want the star?
Like some kind of motivator.
Yeah, it's like, why do I want to care more? Like on Norman's, we want it's dumb, but we want the lamps lit. The lamps need to be lit.
Mhm.
Why do they want the star? That's what I want to know.
Well, I mean, maybe if you look here, the power's out, and all the lights, all the windows have darkness in them, so they're bringing light to the world.
Then maybe that would be the thing, is to show more houses, and the ones that are lit, you know,
Right.
they
With
got
this,
their
where the
star.
stars have already done the work.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it needs to be like,
I need a reason. I need a reason for wanting a star.
yeah,
Right. There you go. Simple change, but that's a big one. Yep.
yep. Good job, though. Really good job. Okay, let's go down to this one. Ooh.
Ooh, these are tough. Oh my gosh. Like a very beautifully illustrated but complicated images. A lot of drawing going on. Well executed.
Yeah, this is a good pairing.
Yeah. I can't guess who's gonna win.
Yeah, so if you guys are the art director, who gets the book deal? So difficult.
These are 2 different books, though. You know.
True. It depends on what.
I love that
what book.
cat, the cat trying to get the star in the lower right on Carly Ann's. I love that.
Okay, and 30 seconds is up. All right, is close. Is really close.
Close one. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Braden moves up. How many times has Braden won Critique Arena?
I think we need to count how many times he's lost, because that's a lower number.
Yeah, he's
Austin
definitely an
says 4
all-star.
times he's won.
Wow.
And Braden says he's surprised. He's not gonna lie.
Austin is our what is Austin?
He's the Critique Arena expert, like the lore keeper.
But what's his title for us? He's
I
like
don't know.
he's like the education specialist.
Community expert.
Yes.
By the way, Austin, I blew the deadline that I was supposed to do, and I'm going to try to do that right after this.
All right. Yeah, should we pause and have a SVS meeting really quick?
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, it's like accountability. I feel bad because he's in here. And
Do you guys want to talk about this?
No.
This
Yes.
image?
Let's talk about it. It's a great image. There's nothing to fix.
Nothing to fix.
Well, I mean, what could you fix? Seriously. I mean, what could you do to make this better? It's just a preference at this point of whether it's A or B. There's all the art is good.
Yeah.
All the color balance is good. All the drawing is good.
Yeah.
Send it out. No, it's the only thing left is send this out as a postcard, just like this, your name at the bottom. I mean, literally just print that whole thing, that whole little rectangle, send it to a client. You will get work.
All right, here we go. This is going to be another close one. I I hate having to. I want both these to win, so I hate that we have to vote now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Ooh, it's a close one. It's fun watching this. Really close.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I think you could easily say that though about all these. Anybody who's made it to this level. These are your postcards. These are portfolio pieces. These should be on your website. You know, all of this stuff is art director bait. Okay, I'm gonna stop the poll. Share the results. Another close one. This one was even closer than last time.
33 to
By
41.
1 percentage point.
Okay, great job, Merrick.
All right.
Well, Miranda had a great run with that image too. I mean, it got one critique arena last week, made it to the second round here. Super solid choice. Obviously, you don't win all that, do all that winning if you got something that's not great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what would you? There's nothing you'd fix. Maybe you could do like this is very small, but maybe you just do a little bit of dots in there.
That's such a subtle thing, but it's true. I mean, I think this one's the most exaggerated one between an adult. I think adults will pick the one that won, and then if you had kids judging this, this one would have advanced. You know what I mean? It's just we're most of the time I think it's college age and above who are here voting. Not going to ask people's ages in the chat, but I'm assuming everybody's pretty much adult, and so I think it leans that way. That image leans that way. It's more sophisticated. It's like you said, a New Yorker cover. This is like definitely a children's book kind of vibe, or an animation for younger kids kind of vibe. And that's the only thing that held it back, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. All right. So remind me how we do this. So we have to take these 4 and make 3 winners. So
the only fair way to do it, and I don't know if you can do this with a poll, I think, is to have people vote against one of them.
I can make a poll.
No, do a ABCD poll, and we'll just do the top 3.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, will that work?
Can you do that?
Yeah, you can do it.
Okay.
Let me edit the poll really quick. You guys keep the banter going, and I'll edit this poll.
Oh, no. Here's another way you could do it, Jake. Hold on, before you do that, is we do the regular one for the top group and the bottom group, and then we just have a loser's bracket.
That would work too. That would work too.
No, I want to try it the other way.
Let's go ahead and do some software changes. Make some new polls instead of doing the easy one.
Well, this gets it done though in one vote.
One whammy.
One vote to rule them all.
The other's more subtle. I mean, you're going to get a little bit more subtle choices.
Hey, vote in the chat. Would you rather see one vote A, B, C, D, or would you rather see a loser's bracket?
People are saying
one vote, 2 votes, losers.
Losers bracket. It's all you guys are all over
Lee,
the place.
you're a loser. She says loser.
Count them out.
2 votes.
Let's do a poll to see.
To see which. All right.
I think everybody wants a losers. More people. I'm seeing more losers.
Yeah, let's do a losers bracket. That's the more fair version because it continues with the same way we've been
All right.
picking.
All
Okay.
right.
Here we go. Let me
All right.
Wow, you couldn't be more different on these. These are different.
These are definitely different. See what, man, hey, can you zoom in so we can
It's Jake versus Lee.
True.
So really you're voting who you like better out of me and Lee.
Yeah.
On this one.
I will crush you, Jake.
I'm glad that they're not voting on me. Will, Chris.
Perfect answer, Chris.
You're voting for the one you
Chris.
like. Marine, please vote for the one you like.
You're up next, Will.
Wait, Sarah says A, B, C, D. Otherwise, you'll get 2 NBR 1 and 1 NBR 3. What does that mean?
I don't know.
No, it'll work because you get
It'll
two
work.
winners.
Two winners and then a B.
you let the losers duke it out.
But let me ask you this really quick. If these two were against each other at the beginning, who would win?
Well, we're getting ready to find that out right now.
No, we're not. Because we're
Why?
not voting all 4 against. We're not. How's this work? So the winner of here goes against the winner of here, and then the two losers go against each other.
Yeah.
But if it was mixed a different way, it could be a different outcome.
Yeah, but we could say that about every single bracket.
Oh, you're right. Oh man. Okay. I'm just ending the poll right now. I'm sharing the results.
Just give 4 prizes. That's what Laurie says.
Everybody wins $100. All right.
Norman is our first winner. Congrats, Norman.
Wow.
Okay.
I gotta say, let me give a little shout out to Norman. Norman was my student for almost 4 years in Portland, and this guy, and this was a while back. I mean, this guy has been working nonstop since back then. I mean, we're talking probably 2013, maybe, and he's still going. And every time I see him, he's getting better and better and better and better. And he was always working, even back then. Super strong student. So the work's paying off.
Cool. All right, we got this one going. Merrick versus Braden.
Dang. Oh man, I just do not.
I don't want to see either one lose. That's
well, but the good thing is each one of the people in the loser bracket here has one more chance. So this is the best way. It gives a little hope of life.
That's true. All right, let's share the results here. Braden scrapes by.
Nice, Braden. Merrick, what a solid run with that image.
Yeah.
That one's a good one. Submit that to the New Yorker. That could be a cover, seriously, except for the subject matter would be in the.
You'd have to add a little more illustration top and bottom.
Hey, you picked the wrong one.
Losers bracket?
No.
Oh, no, that's right. Okay, that's right. That's right.
Okay. Losers
bracket. Other two won.
Yeah, and then we'll a vote for the 2 winners to see who's number 1.
Oh, that's right. We have to do that. Okay.
Pick the one you like the best, not the one you like the least.
One you like the best.
Tough.
If this was a New Yorker cover, the only thing you'd have to change is the singer up on stage would be right behind the type. So it'd be tough. That's the kind of feedback you get when you got a great image and then the type totally destroys the image, because it would be almost impossible to work around that type.
Yeah.
And still keep this composition.
Yeah. Okay, I'm in the poll and sharing the results.
Wow.
And Merrick
with
takes
the
3rd place.
With the 3rd place bronze.
So we'll put Liz back there. Sorry, Liz.
Nothing
incredible
you could have
image.
done better. It's coming down to style and story right now.
Yeah. I mean, this is amazing. Like,
Pro
again,
level.
This is your postcard. Send that out there.
Yeah.
And you will get work you'll be known as the person who does cool cross sections, where's Waldo type of stuff.
Uh-huh.
So you better like doing that kind of stuff. If you send that out, because you will get work.
You don't love it.
Okay, now we see who is the number 1 all-star winner. Here we go. Relaunching the poll, and
so we got both. Norman
this is like
won
watching a
couple of
horse
times.
race.
Braden has won a couple of times, 4 times. Norman's won, I think, twice, if not more. Norman, how many times have you won? 3 times. All right, we got a 3 winner versus 4 winner. This is top dogs right here. This is no accident. No accident. These are the 2 favorites.
I'm ending it at 30 seconds, guys.
30
probably coming
seconds.
in. These guys have won more than anybody else in this bracket, in the whole all-star bracket, I would say.
91%, and I'm sharing the results.
Wow.
Oh my, one vote difference.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. That is crazy.
When I clicked stop sharing, I went over to click on, and it was 50-50. And I was like, oh, I guess we're going to have a tie. And just as I clicked it, one more person voted for
Norman.
Norman. So congratulations.
Dang. That was
That's great.
super solid.
Super solid.
Are you going to put them in order?
Yeah.
Yeah, put them in order so we don't forget. Well, that is the weirdest way to
Or
write
you
that.
can do it the lame
You-
way.
You
Yeah.
cannot do that stuff. My OCD won't let you write it in that order.
Right, draw the podium for that. Put number 1 down low. Put
It's
number
like
3
this.
the
Oh,
highest.
you're killing me. You're killing me. You're killing me.
That's where my brain went. Okay, let's
Wow.
do it the right way. Do it right here. Like that, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Congratulations, you guys.
You guys stomped this competition. I mean, what an enjoyable, and this gives everybody the benchmark. I think our normal critique arenas show a variety of stuff, but this shows you, man, the people that are winning are so solid. And if you want to win in this contest, this is the level that you got to get to.
Yeah, Austin says we need a podium illustration for next year. It's like already
Yeah.
done, ready to go.
We could hire that out from one of these 3 guys right here.
yeah. All right. Congratulations, everybody. Hey, should we call it a day?
Yeah.
Look how the opera singer and then Norman's guy is almost in the same silhouette.
That's true.
So if you want to win, you just got to have somebody raising their hand.
Well, no,
what
this
I
is a
get.
good, let me just show you teachable moment here. Look at each
Teachable
of these 3. They have very clear silhouette
Yeah.
poses.
Yep.
And clear imagery all the way around, not just
Their
the poses,
imagery.
but the
They're also
whole
very
thing.
simple. They're very
Simple, straight to the point. Really
So good.
amazing stuff. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for
That
joining
was
us.
fun.
And again, we won't do this until February, right? Because we
February.
won't have a critique arena in January, because we'll have a prompt in January, but we won't have this event in January.
Right.
Okay. And again, join us in January 13th live on YouTube for our 100 3-point perspective episode. And 3 people are going to get some crazy prizes. So
And if you guys want a prompt to draw over Christmas, you guys can submit to the forum, what happened to my toast? That's what I want to see. Creative solutions for what happened
What happened to
to my
toast?
toast.
I love it. All right.
All
Bye.
right.